Hello viewers, welcome back to Sahara TV. This is the phone segment. My name is Faloye, and of course, I'm joined by the critically acclaimed and renowned Adeola Fayehun. Adeola, thank you.
Oh, please. Okay, hi guys. It's
Hello.
nice to be back.
Definitely, yeah. What's the question for today?
All right, so the question of the day is, INEC was forced to postpone the election for 6 weeks to allow the Nigerian military and supporting AU forces to secure the north. Do you think the 6-week postponement has been worth it? First of all, what do you think? Has it been worth it, this whole 6 weeks thing?
I don't think it should have been postponed to begin with, but let me just give them the number to call first and I'll go in. Yes, so the number to call is 917-284-9811 and we'd love to hear from you guys. So,
yeah. I mean, not just about if you think that they've recaptured the north, but is it even worth it at all, the whole 6 weeks postponement?
Yeah, yeah. So, you know, what's funny is some of the people in the north think the election should have gone ahead anyway because there were enough
I think most
registered voters. Right. So
yeah.
Was it worth it? I don't think so. And you know, as we've seen in recent reports, a lot of people know the reason behind the postponement because the incumbent government was probably going to lose. So this was just a game.
Well,
I'm
Mr.
serious.
President said it was to ensure security where Boko Haram had been. But the funny thing is, I think 3 days ago or something, OPC came out and said they forced Jega to postpone the elections because everybody knew that Buhari would have won the election if it was contested on the 14th.
Exactly. So he said it in English, and then he said it again in Yoruba. Exactly. So the message was clear.
Imagine that boldness, though. Like, if this were to be another country, I don't think someone can make a statement like that.
Yeah, heads will definitely roll, and people would just people should just
and
get
the fact
arrested.
that Mr. President, you know, bought it and went along with the plan. That just is very, very sad.
It's terrible, yeah. But also, we want to know, what's your mindset? I mean, the elections are 1 week away. What are you guys thinking about? What's going through your mind?
Anyway, I personally don't think that anything has changed. I mean, he has done so many great things in the last 5 weeks that you have to wonder how it's like he's been doing the impossible within 5 weeks. I watched an interview of Jonathan with BBC yesterday, and he was telling the BBC guy that weapon is not like cigarette. The guy asked him, how come all this years you didn't get the weapons? He's like, oh, weapon is not like cigarette that you can just go and buy. Yeah. And I'm thinking, but within the 5 weeks, it probably became cigarette because somehow they were able to get it within the 5 weeks. But for 6 years, it was not like cigarette. So.
Yeah. So, you know, everybody thinks he should be applauded for the recent efforts in the last 5 weeks and everything. To me, that's embracing mediocrity because if he had done that, just even before,
been doing this thing,
yes, if he'd been doing this,
a year, he's done so many wonderful things. He gave the family members of those that were killed during the recruitment. At the immigration, he gave them like 5 million naira each, 75. I mean, these are like great things. They tried to rebuild the school in Chibok. These are things that you should be commended for. But unfortunately, most Nigerians are like, no, this is trying to buy us.
Yes, this is just like I say. I think it's game. You know, these are things you've been doing your whole time in office, the 4 years before February 14th. And believe me, if he had been doing this thing, I think he would have just won.
No, he would have won this election without any.
Without a doubt.
We're not saying that he won't win. In fact, the way the thing is going, as desperate as some people are, it's possible that Mr. Jonathan will still win this election.
I think so.
But what would happen after is what I don't know.
Exactly. But my thing is, if he had done that, he wouldn't have had to postpone
or
the election.
do all these things that he's doing now.
This is just,
so I'm going to read some of your comments on our Facebook page. And the first one is from Benedict Okoye, and he says, yes, that postponing the election is worth it. At least everyone in the South have gotten their PVCs up GEJ till 2019. What do you think?
Again, they could have done this way before
he has a
February
point, though,
14th.
that more people got their PVCs.
In the South, right?
Yeah, I mean, everywhere, actually. More people got their PVC. Now I had about 90% of the registered voters have. Yeah, so that's great.
Yeah, we'll see.
Now, Unwora Darlington Munachismo, that's the second comment, says that Bola Tinubu, Africa's most corrupt politician and Nigeria's biggest landlord, was revealed. he's talking about the documentary.
Right.
The time that they postponed that election, by the way, as they were fighting Boko Haram, like they promised, they were also producing some materials.
Exactly. You know,
Like documentaries about how evil Buhari is, how
Yeah.
bad Tinubu is, which is what this person is talking
Right.
about. And they were trying to produce one about Osinbajo, about how evil he is. The good thing is, the guy is a sharp guy.
very sharp. And they say, we had the
He
honor of
secured
interviewing
court
him.
injunction to, for them not to air it.
Good.
That was awesome. I was
And that
like,
was it. Right. It was probably propaganda anyway. And like I said, we interviewed him
Yeah.
last weekend, and I thought he was very
I thought
eloquent.
it was very down to
charismatic,
earth.
very down to earth.
And then they would say we have been sponsored by APC, but hey,
Oh.
it actually made sense. So,
Right.
and he was very humble. That I will not forget that.
Yes,
So.
and to those of you that think I'm being sponsored or we're being sponsored on APC, I told
Oh,
them.
you're not.
No, well,
why do
I already
think
told them what they
you're
could do on
responsible?
Wednesday. Watch on Wednesday. Watch my show. I told you
Anyway,
what you guys
The
can do.
third comment is from Sonny
Right.
Okweyemi Adeyemi, and this person says that I think the only time that we can surely say it has been worth the while is if elections can be held peacefully in those 3 states on Saturday. Anything short of this will make it not worth the while at all. I think this person is talking about those northern states,
Right.
Borno, Adamawa. Are we sure that they will hold elections in these places? Because it's true.
Right,
If
it's true.
these people still cannot participate in this coming election, it's like, what's the point?
What was the point of postponing it? Right. So, that's left to be seen. They said.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know yet if INEC has said that they will conduct elections in these places, but if elections, if it doesn't happen in these states, then it's like the whole thing has.
Exactly. Like.
It's like, what's
like
the
what?
point?
Exactly. What changed? We're still probably going to go with the same amount of states that we're going to hold the election
And
to
you know,
begin
why
with.
haven't we found the Chibok girls? That's one thing that we keep.
And
today they found this really mass graveyard. It's a massive graveyard with like hundreds of bodies, all of them.
I
with
gotta
their
look
heads
into
cut
that.
off.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I need to look more into that, but it's just been so sad.
Wow. Yeah.
Anyway, the next answer is from Amusan Obashola, and this person says 6 weeks is a monumental waste of resource. They just used it to delay APC victory. We all know their plans. What do you think about that?
That's the consensus between everybody. The PDP knew they were losing this election. It was obvious.
You think they were just trying to delay
the APC victory? Well,
I don't know
we'll
about
see.
that.
Yeah,
I don't know
we'll
about
see.
if APC would win or not.
No, we don't know.
but
I don't know who's going to win,
I
but
feel like most Nigerians just don't trust what Mr. President gave us the excuse.
exactly. But then the momentum was definitely in the APC's favor, as you can see.
Yeah.
Right.
But you think it has shifted now? I don't know. I feel like even now, it looks like more people are like getting to know more of. But what do I know?
I know, but honestly, I think, sorry, this just came in, viewers. We'd like you to call 646-559-6640. So please don't call the 917 number. Yeah, the number to call is 646-559-6640, extension 3.
And it's on the screen as well,
Yeah,
so please look
right.
at the number on the screen to call.
Good. Yeah, 7 days till Nigeria decides. We'd like to hear from you. Yeah. So, what was the question before I got it?
Okay, I don't remember. You were trying to explain something about if people have really shifted their stand on whether.
Well, if you look in the last 6 weeks, he has done a lot. I definitely give him that.
I give him kudos too.
Yes, I applaud. But these are things I think you should have been doing, not just before February 14th, but years. Even just little things, little knickknacks.
So I heard that electricity tariff came down by 50%.
Can you believe that?
Not 80, not 75,
right.
50% overnight
Wow.
without any protest or anything. And it's like, okay,
Exactly.
is this Christmas? It's like Christmas bonus.
Right.
So electricity tariff can come down by 50%. So
Yes.
the whole time have we been overpaying for
Exactly. So
electricity?
you know what happens? This reminds me of like a boxing match where the guy loses the 11th round and then 12th round he just comes out strong and goes for the knockout and they say, oh, he won. So,
I think we have a caller.
Yes, we do.
Benga from New York. Please go ahead.
Hello, Benga.
Yes, hello.
Yes.
Hi.
Thank you for calling Sahara TV.
Hi.
Go ahead.
Am I live now?
You are live.
You are.
Okay. Well, all right. First of all, I want to commend Can you hear me?
We can hear
Yeah,
you. Please go ahead.
Please turn down the video playing
All
in
right.
the
I want to
background.
commend you for the job that you guys are doing over there.
Thank you.
My take to Nigerian election and all this thing that is going in Nigeria is very simple. I want to know the reason why you guys are so much concentrating on Buhari and how you venerate him so much as if he's a saint.
I don't get the question.
No, can
My question,
you
my
be
my my
more
concern is
specific?
okay. My question is APC or whatever they call that party or PDP. I'm no politician, so I should let you know that. But what I see is that I see a one-sided, a lopsided support for APC. Is there any reason why this media took that position? That's what I would like to know. I watch you guys.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you
Go
for the
ahead.
question.
You watched
Thank you for the
what?
question, Benga. Yeah. I think there's some delays. He needs to turn on the radio.
Okay.
Again, I'm, I've addressed this enough. I'm just looking at the facts and what's going on and giving a critical answer.
I wish he finished his sentence.
No,
He
but
said
he was
he
trying to
watched something.
No, he
I
said
wanted
it
to know
seems like
what.
Sahara always supports APC.
Yeah, and
well,
then he's trying to. I asked him to be more specific,
right.
and he said he watched our I don't know what.
Right, but here's my thing, right? Look at the current government and what they've done. Are you happy? Like seriously, and that's what I'm saying.
I don't.
Just think critically. That's all I'm saying. Telling people to do. What do you think? I'm tired of defending that. APC does not sponsor me. I don't support anybody. I just want what's good for Nigeria, and I don't like what I'm seeing right now with the current government. That's it.
I'm glad that we have this venue where people can call in and express their mind.
Exactly.
And I really appreciate him expressing his mind.
Right.
I just wish he would be more specific because I feel like this is the same way that Sahara was being accused when Sahara was fighting for Jonathan to be made acting president.
Thank you.
Because there was a time that when it was Jonathan's time to be acting president, they didn't want him to be acting president.
Exactly.
Sahara was on top of this game.
Yes, definitely.
Exposing how the father Yaradua was dead, how they tried to smuggle him in and everything, like all the plots to prevent Jonathan. Sahara was on top of it then. And a lot of people were accusing Sahara of being paid by Jonathan then. So I think everybody knows by now that Sahara is not only a media company, but also like an activist kind of a media company that would go where many Nigerian media may not want to go, so that they won't step on people's toes.
Right.
But I guess the fact is, when you state the obvious or you speak the truth in Nigeria, you're automatically being seen as being biased or being paid. So I feel like that's what's going on. I don't think that Sahara is being biased towards Buhari. We talk about his flaws as well.
Yeah.
And I don't think that he's a messiah at all.
No.
But when you look at the options that Nigeria has right now, it's not like Sahara is saying you have to vote for Buhari, but Sahara is letting you know not only the failures of Jonathan, the failures of Buhari, but also the strengths of Buhari. And if Jonathan has his strengths, he's making it known already anyway. There are so many other media that are out there selling Jonathan's message. So not everybody will sell Jonathan's message. So if people are taking offense about that, you just have to look at the media that are selling Jonathan's message for them to get what they want. So I think we have another caller. Caller, please go ahead. Hi, James.
Hello, how are you?
Hi, go ahead.
You doing?
Yeah, we're doing good. Go ahead.
Doing good. Go ahead.
Okay, so I think shifting the election, already known why it was shifted, going by what Dr. Fayehun said, that the election was shifted because they found out that it is very, very guaranteed and sure that Jonathan is going to lose the election. And if that is the case, then it shows that we are really, really in deep trouble. Fayehun is shifting the election. The army chiefs are shifting the election. Fani Kayode is shifting the election. So who is really in charge of all this shifting? And it's really, really very sad for our democracy. It's insulting to all of us, Nigerians, and something like that shouldn't happen at the first place. And I think Fayehun should be arrested for even contributing to the shift of the election. This is really
thank you so much, my brother.
A gang up and a civilian coup against Nigerian people, and we should not take it just lightly.
Thank you very much.
If we would do that, so many people should have been arrested in Nigeria. Don't you think? If you want to arrest somebody for saying that they postponed the election because they knew Jonathan would lose, what about the people that rigged election and we have their audio and they became ministers?
Right.
And one of them became a minister after that. I mean, so many people should be arrested. I don't think they will arrest Fayehun, my brother. I'm just letting you know. If they didn't arrest people that committed like other offenses that are so glaring,
right?
Yeah, I don't think they will arrest Fayehun. I'm just letting you know. I mean, you're right. In a more decent country, at least. Imagine that happening in America.
Exactly. Even the thought of it. Look at what happened to the global. I forgot his name. The governor of Chicago wanted to sell Obama's.
Yeah, where's right?
Yeah.
Just look at that.
Yeah, 14 years. He's sitting in a jail cell right now. Yeah, and that was just a blur. Exactly.
Now, let me read another comment. This is from Aliyu Alibaba. And he says that they think it will help them to re-strategize, but unfortunately, it further opens chances of sweeping more states. I think he's talking about APC.
Right.
Now, the APC never supported it, but since it's there, it's with constitutional rights of INEC. We abide by it, but we will resist any postponement. Nigerians are so desperate about change, and they will vote for Buhari or Simbajo for president. I hope they do not postpone the election again.
They can't. They can't. We have a week away. They absolutely cannot.
Okay. It was a week when he postponed it the last time, remember? It was a week to the election.
Right.
So I think we have another caller.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Hi, John. All right,
John is gone.
I think we lost
Please
John.
call back, guys. The number to call is 646-559-6640, extension 3. We'd like to hear from you.
And this one is from Aladise Tokbe, and he says, at least he made the non-performing president to perform. Thank you so much. This whole postponement of election for the first time.
Put some pressure on him.
Okay, I will restart my comment. But he captured the North. He reduced light bill by half. He gave 56 jobs. I stand to be corrected on that. And many more. So if he was not challenged, he won't do anything. He doesn't deserve a second time because there would be nobody to challenge him. What was I saying? He started performing. First of all, for the first time, Jonathan has not traveled in weeks. This is the first time since he became president that he has stayed at home for this long.
Exactly.
Second of all, he hasn't set up any committee lately. Have you heard of him setting up any committee? And he's getting jobs done.
Right.
Like, I don't know. He's done so much in the last 5 weeks without setting up any committee.
Interesting. So
which tells me we didn't need all these committees that he's been setting up all this while.
And these are things that he could have done prior to February 14th. And he had a lot of years to do this. So which means he was just complacent, or he just didn't even care.
Yeah.
Right. So that's my point. So I want to address something though. You know, for people that keep saying, you know, Sahara sponsors APC, and we don't really have to address this, but I think what, you know, this media outlet does is really vet the incumbent government and make sure, you know, we check them, and that's it. So believe me, if in the event Buhari and Osinbajo win, they're going to feel the heat too.
Of course.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think a lot of people think that if Buhari should win this election, Sahara would not say anything. Heck no. I mean, when we're fighting for Jonathan, they didn't know we would be on top of his...
Exactly.
I can't even say the word. But if Buhari should win this election, which we don't know, Sahara will still be on his nose. I mean, on his toes.
Yeah, we have Tony from Nigeria.
We have Tony from Nigeria. Hi, Tony.
Sorry.
Okay, we lost Tony from Nigeria.
Sorry, guys. We have to try to get to the callers quick. So here, that's the thing. And again,
whoever wins, we will still...
If Jonathan wins again, of course,
we'll continue to do what we do.
That's it.
If Buhari should win, we'll be like, hey, Buhari, okay, we're watching you.
Exactly.
You know? We're
and
like
I want to say that,
watchdog, by the way.
We shouldn't be the only ones doing it. As regular citizens, you guys should be doing this too.
Yeah.
This is your country.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Anyway, Okunuga Anoluakwa says that Boko Haram still killing people at will. Wondering which part of the Northeast the military went. It's all false and lies. No, I don't think it's false and lies. But we're seeing videos, pictures. I mean, Chadian army has really, really tried. They're the ones that discovered the massive grave that I was talking about earlier. Oh, yeah. So they've done a lot. Right. They've gotten to places where the army had not been able to get to for so long because of Boko Haram. So I think they've done a lot. So in the last 6 weeks, they have done a lot.
So I missed that. So with regard to the graves, the massive graves that were found, was that just breaking news today? Or
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
today,
okay.
yeah.
Definitely, that's something we need to definitely delve into.
And Aloy Alozi says that Buhari is set to lose again. Full at 70 is full now, you sabi. So, what do you think about that?
Okay, before we go, let's take that call. Terrence from Texas. Terrence, thank you for calling.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
We're doing great, man. Thank you for calling.
I'm actually watching you guys live. I have you muted. I know that Sahara Reporters is planning a live Saturday on the election day.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, are you guys going to be showing the election results, like when they announce, I guess, announce the results and time that's supposed to happen?
Yes, think about it. We're going to be giving you guys up-to-the-minute updates of the elections. Think CNN style. This is going to be huge. So Sahara TV is definitely the place you want to keep that dial on.
I think we will start by like 8 in the morning on Saturday.
Right.
So anytime from 8 in the morning on Saturday, I don't know if we'll start before then, but definitely by 8 in the morning on Saturday we would start, and until the election is announced. So we'll probably go from Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I'm not sure if they announce the result on Saturday, fine. If they do it on Monday or Sunday, we'll still be here. So you can tune in anytime from 8 a.m. on Saturday morning.
Definitely. Or go through we'll be covering on all our platforms. We'll be giving updates on our social media, Facebook, Twitter as well. You want to go to SaharaReporters.com and SaharaReporters.tv. And just as you're watching us now, you'll be watching the results. So please spread the word.
Okay, so this person said that Buhari is set to lose again, full at 70, and you were saying something.
This is the best chance I think Buhari has had in running.
And I think Jonathan gave him that chance.
That's what I'm saying. It's because of Jonathan's performance.
Failure. Yeah.
Exactly. If his performance was even half of what it is now, believe me, but it was even average. And you know how Nigerians were. We're quick to embrace any good thing that's done.
But that doesn't mean that Buhari would win or that he would not win. He may still lose this election, but then he may win. You just never know. You just never know. So I don't think people should just assume that he would lose.
Right. I think we have another caller. Yeah, Yusuf from
Hello?
Canada. Yeah, Yusuf, you're there. Go ahead. Thank you for calling.
Okay. Yeah. Hello.
Yes,
How are you guys?
We're
good.
doing good.
Go ahead. We can hear you.
Yeah, my whole mission, the federal government of Nigeria never accepted that any part of Nigeria were captured by the Boko. I mean, the federal government of Nigeria.
We heard you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Never accepted that any part of the country.
Can you turn off? Can you lower the volume of the video that you're playing? Like we can hear ourselves in the background.
Right. Yeah. I think that's leading to an interference. Okay. Yeah. That wasn't
callers,
too.
when you call in, please turn down the live stream that you're listening to and just.
Yes, please. When you call, yes, or just mute it. I know you guys want to hear yourself, but you'll be able to hear yourself anyway. Right.
All right.
Yeah.
I think I'll read another one.
Yeah. Again, the number to call is 646-559-6640, extension 3. We're postponing the elections worth it, and 1 week away, Nigeria decides. What's your mindset? Go ahead.
So this is from Ajayi Oluranti, and he says the 6 weeks was meant for dollars to exchange hands in favor of Mr. Clueless. Thank God Nigerians are wiser. Change is inevitable. Right. What do you think?
That was hilarious.
But is it true?
I don't, I'm not going to make any allegations.
A lot of dollars definitely exchange hands, and we'll talk about that more later.
Yes, but I saw tons of pictures I saw on social media with, dollar signs. I saw envelopes and everything, I'm not sure how true that is, so I'm not going to expect any speculation.
The only thing I have issues with was when he said, thank God Nigerians are wiser. Not all Nigerians, because a lot of people have collected money. I mean, how do you explain our foreign reserve going down by $3 billion? Within 4 weeks, $3 billion, and there's nothing for us to show for it that this is what we did with the money.
Exactly.
But because of election campaign, I think we have another caller.
Yeah.
From Texas, please go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, this is Abidin from.
Hi, Abedin.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm fine. And you, how you doing?
Good.
Good.
Yeah, I was calling to respond to the woman that called a few minutes that accusing you guys of being biased against PDP in ACN. If the woman is constantly and she's current about the events going on in Nigeria, she should have familiar with and himself about the fact. Or
Right.
without missing word, just 2 days ago, PDP accused General Muhammadu Buhari of taking money from Hamas and Al-Qaeda. And days after, they are accusing again of liaising with Western world
Right.
to make Nigeria of a gay marriage.
10 seconds, sir.
How can they marry the two? Being an Islam extremist and at the same time accepting same-sex marriage in the same country. You see, one can understand that they have
Yeah,
no direction
confused.
at this time.
Yeah.
And they're
Thank you
just
so
finding
much.
any unsubstantiated accusation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you,
Thank
Aberdeen.
you.
Yeah, you know, see, the thing is, they just
They're
making,
confused. They're coming up with every
yeah,
excuse.
this is like a
But you
cry.
know
this
one
is a,
thing
this
that
is a desperate move. on
yeah,
their
one
part.
thing that
Go ahead.
baffles me is when people say that people are biased towards APCs. Like, how can they be blind to what PDP is doing?
Exactly.
Like this week, APC opened their own radio, and the government shut it down. They said
Right.
they are trying to announce a parallel government or something.
Exactly.
And that's just so not nice that
No.
you will shut down people's radio.
Why?
Where is the freedom of expression?
Exactly.
freedom
And
of-
this is supposed to be democracy. I understand.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
But,
democracy.
You know, to what you said that our GDP reduced by $3 billion.
Yeah.
Now, what happened to the money?
$1 billion.
Dollars. Sorry, excuse me. What happened to the money Switzerland returned to?
The one that's on your Abacha store.
Yeah, exactly.
We
Soon that.
don't know that yet.
Okay.
The 50 billion, we still don't know where it is. The 20, I mean, the later they said it's 20, later they said it's 10. Even the $10 billion, where is it now?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
I
with
think we
us.
have another
Yeah,
caller.
Exactly.
Bayo from Maryland, go ahead.
A lot of callers from Maryland today. Bayo, go ahead.
I want to thank you guys for the great job you're doing.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
please don't be discouraged with people accusing you of. And I want to say something about President Jonathan. Yesterday on BBC or the other day, he said that he underestimated Boko Haram. And I just imagine that it is not acceptable for a leader not to have foresight to relate into danger that they could have brought to the country. And I will not be surprised he said that he underestimated corruption, because that is the greatest problem that we have right now. That's all I have to say.
All right,
Thank
thank
you,
you. I
man.
don't think he is underestimating corruption. He's just insisting that corruption is different from stealing. He's still trying to analyze that with the goat and yam example.
Anybody that could think critically will understand that the underlying problem and the source and the root of this problem is corruption. Once we deal with corruption, I think everything else will
I
fall
watched
in
the
place.
same BBC interview. I think you should watch it.
I watched
because
it too.
Mr. President's body language,
Yes, there
especially
was
starting
one-
from 2:38.
Exactly.
Where he was
Where he
like,
was touching, you know, his imaginary bed and
he
giving
was
the guy
looking
the
at
looks,
that reporter like, "Hey,
man, if I come for you, man, I'll just knock you out."
if it was Mama Patience, by that time the reporter would have known that there is somebody in this place."
And and again, I think the interviewer did a good job. But again, some people were criticizing him, saying that he wasn't asking pertinent questions. I'm like, what other questions do you want the guy to ask?
He asked great. I love that guy.
Yeah, these
like
were
so
great
much.
questions. And
They probably tricked him into agreeing to that interview. I don't think he knew what was
exactly,
coming
because he wasn't prepared for these questions.
No,
right?
he wasn't.
These were just impromptu questions.
I don't think anyone has ever asked him this direct questions,
Right.
like the $5 billion that they've been assigning, or was in Naira,
Exactly.
to fight, to get weapons for like 5 years. Where
Exactly.
has the money?
Where has the money been going? Exactly.
So he wasn't prepared to answer that.
No. I think we have another caller.
Yeah,
We're going
go
to be
ahead,
rounding up
caller.
soon.
Hi, Yamil.
Hello, caller, you there?
Oh, yeah, I'm still here.
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
go
Yes,
ahead.
go ahead. We can hear you.
All right, guys. Wally calling from North Carolina. I heard about guys talking about you being biased about APC or whatever it is. Well, I love it. I love it. And I will even support you guys to be even biased, even more and more biased.
All right.
Because these people, can you hear me?
We can hear you. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, you should be more biased about this.
Right, but thank you very
because
much.
These PDP people makes us to be in U.S. If Nigeria is good, we will never come to this.
Yeah.
State. Exactly.
And during this winter.
Being biased is a good thing because we already wake up.
Right.
No shit to be happening in our country anymore.
Right.
I'm so passionate about my country because it's good for the graduates. I have my degrees in Nigeria and a lot of people from because they don't have good job in Nigeria. So people are saying rubbish.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You know, it's like if someone that is from Zimbabwe now is talking about why Mugabe must go, and you are saying the person is biased.
That's
I mean,
exactly.
do we have to wait for this to go on for another 4 years? It's
exactly.
So I guess when we are not directly affected though in Nigeria, we could care less about those that have been affected by the atrocities. But,
but here's my thing, right? And this is what the BBC interview did. Like, anybody that watched that would think, oh, this guy is not supporting PDPs against Jonathan. No, he was just asking him questions. I mean, these are questions that are right there.
Questions.
So what do you want us to ask him? Oh, how was your day? No, we have to ask you, all these things you're doing in the last 6 weeks.
FTA is doing a good job of painting Mr. President.
Well, yeah,
good.
so
that's what they do 24/7 NTA.
Exactly. So did PDP pay NTA?
I wonder.
Yeah, we should go ask NTA.
NTA biased and being sponsored,
Exactly.
I love this comment.
Right.
It's from Theophilus Stanley Ebako, and this is number 10. And he says, idiot Boko Haram media.
Oh my God.
That is Sahara. So you guys are not only APC, but you are also being sponsored by Boko Haram at the same time.
Yeah, that'll be the day. Yeah. Yeah, I think we have time for one more caller. Caller, you there? Hello, caller.
Okay.
Yes, please. Yeah, please turn down your radio or turn down your computer or however you're watching us, please, because there's interference.
It's already off.
Thank you, buddy. So go ahead.
Okay.
What would you like to say?
Okay, this is the thing. The first lady that called in asked about Buhari or Jonathan. You have the right, I believe, to be on whoever to be. When I traveled to Nigeria a few months ago, AIT I couldn't watch because it's all over about goodness and his favor. And then again, there was this idea of NTA. You can't see anything else but about PDP being the best in the world. So even New York Times here, I mean, those people, Sahara TV, have every right to be on whoever side they want to be. And on the question of does this worth it, this extension of 6 weeks, I don't think so, because it was within these 6 weeks we saw Jonathan meeting with the Obas everywhere in the Southwest, laying siege over. This is just a chance for him to with some more votes. And the idea of extending this election one more time, I don't think so, because if they're following by the Constitution, it has to be 60 days or something like that before, election has to be 60 days before handover. So I don't think, but anything can happen in Nigeria. I just hope that when he loses, he will hand over. That's just the fear.
Wow.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Innocent. Thanks so much. That's our last caller, but
Speaking of which.
Yes, go ahead.
Olamide Jamie Seye Isaac says that what Mr. President has done since then is to distribute dollars and have cheap endorsement. He has clearly used the army to win the votes of the Northerners. Based on what the last caller said about him meeting with Obas, Mr. President has been distributing a lot of money lately. A lot of people have confessed to being paid. Just yesterday or 2 days ago, some PDP officials in Ogun State were fighting over the money that Jonathan brought to bribe them, to give them to bribe people to vote for him. It was very embarrassing. Old men fighting because of money. They didn't want to share the money. That was one cause. One of them was running away and he got in an accident. Hit somebody and the person is still in the hospital. But the fact that old men will be beating each other up because of money is such a shame. Some pastors confessed to being paid.
They sure did.
And what's the name of this group in Lagos confessed to being paid the labor union, I think.
Yes,
I don't remember.
Right, I forgot
and
that.
so many people
have been coming, right?
Yeah. So.
But this talks to how it's not just the government that's bad though. The citizens too.
Oh yeah, that's
Definitely, definitely.
If there's no,
definitely have a
so.
problem. Yeah, guys. Well, thank you.
Anyway.
That's been the callback segment for today. Thank you guys for calling. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know we did. But this is 1 week. Nigeria decides next week.
By next week's holiday, we will be casting votes. So
I think we're coming with a special callback segment.
Yeah, I'm coming to cast my votes.
Yeah. So call in next week. We'd like to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on the election so far? Everything. Again, this is Sahara TV. This is where you want to tune in for your up-to-the-minute election results.
Tune into NTA. I mean, tune into NTA and then come back here.
This is where you want to be. Exactly. And again, we're not citing PDP or APC. We're supposed to be fair, but we're just reporting what we see, and that's it.
Yeah.
Exactly. So there you have it. The callback segment. Continue to enjoy Sahara TV, and we'll see you guys next week. Go out and vote.